I am so excited to be launching 40 Center for Growth and Development. This wasn't something I would have ever imagined myself doing 20 years ago. Um, but the right people poured into me over the years. I am the byproduct of mentorship and people believing in me. One of the best gifts that I've been given is the opportunity to watch other people grow and develop. And it's so funny because you don't feel like you do anything but believe in people, and you see something in them that they don't see in themselves. And it always feels funny to me that somebody will say, "Thank you so much for what you've done for me." And I think I didn't do anything. It was always inside of you. All I did was point it out to you. I had to journey from seeing myself as such a small person that I did not see myself as being capable of a whole lot. I wanted to be, but I just had this very small view of myself, and that led to timidity, shyness, and just not really living into any of my potential. So if you knew me 20 years ago, you wouldn't probably be thinking of me as somebody who would be launching my own business. And here I am. In February of 2004, I reached the lowest of low points in my life and was in a very, very dark place. My identity just was so wrapped up in everything around me and all these external things. I was a mom, so I was a mom. I was a wife, so I was a wife. And I didn't exist outside of just doing what needed done from day to day. I didn't exist outside of just making things happen. Breathing in and out, waking up every morning, I didn't have a purpose. The only thing that really kept me here was my son, and knowing that he needed me. Something happened that really changed my world and how I responded to crisis. And it was the birth of my second child. It was after a very rough pregnancy. He was premature. I had spent a month in the hospital doing everything in my power to not have him early. And yet he was still born early. And he ended up passing away 3 days later. I had to deal with me being alive and him not. I experienced miraculous things that I survived, and yet he didn't. There was a lady who was in her 90s who friended me, who had also gone through loss, and she said to me offhandedly out of the blue one day, your son needed a mom more than a brother. And I leaned into that and decided that if I'm here and he's not here, I have to make my life matter. I have to do more with my life than just simply waking up. I need to live in my purpose. I still didn't know what that was at that point, but I knew I wanted to make a difference in the world. And it reconnected me to a feeling I had when I was 10 years old. And I remember thinking, wow, there's a lot of suffering in this world. And I wanted to make it better. And as we grow into adults, somehow we lose connection to some of our childhood dreams. And we just start living life only to take care of the immediate needs around us. We've got to pay bills, so we have to have a job. We have to, maybe that job has no purpose, but we have to do it. It's part of being an adult. And we just lean so hardcore into that sometimes we lose ourselves. And a person who is lost is not a person who's thriving. Our kids don't get the best of us. Our spouses don't get the best of us. Our organizations don't get the best of us because we're just simply existing. When I went into leadership, I tried to lean into that. I wanted to make a difference, but there was this huge gap, unfortunately, in my capabilities and my skills, in that people side of things, those soft skills. I wanted always to do better, and it wasn't until I leaned into me and understood and started to believe in me, that I fully lived into my potential. People saw things in me and believed in me that I did not see in myself. And until I let myself kind of live in the bigness of who I am, I wasn't ever living up to my fullest potential. It's like that smallness followed me. So 40 is about bringing people of all ages into their fullest potential. Along my leadership journey, what really started to shift for me was really falling in love with people and realizing that every single person has full potential. And they don't always live into that. We know people that have made some really devastating life choices, right? But every person was once this little infant, just like my son who was born into this world, who a parent had dreams for. Every single person that we know was once this little baby. And who doesn't look at a baby and go like, that is innocent and they have potential? And life shapes people in all sorts of ways, right? And for me, growth and development is about reconnecting people to that God-given purpose that they were put on this earth for, and seeing all people through a lens of potential, the way that others did for me, not for who they are right now. Because if, like I said, I was so shy and timid, you probably wouldn't have seen a lot outside of that. Just like, oh, she's this shy girl. We are just amazing as human species. And when we come into our full selves, that is beautiful. It's not up to me to define that. I think it's up to me to unlock that. Whether they're a child or teenager or a young adult or somebody that's elder, we all have these deep and rich giftings to give to the world. So journey along with me with 40. I'm going to be showing you different things. I'll have lots more videos to share.